Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two league games for you. We are at home against Modena, and we follow it up with an away game against Como. Since you were last with us, there's been no fresh transfer news. Our reserve goalkeeper, Elborg, did leave the club for just less than £10,000. We signed him for free. £10,000 is still a profit. He wasn't going to play, and there was no further interest in him afterwards, so we have let him leave the club. No further transfers in, but the balance of the squad is looking good. And as you can see, we're sat second in the table. 3 wins and a draw from our opening 4 matches. We've been playing some very good football. The draw, of course, was against Reggiana, but we won 4-0 away against Olbia, 3-0 at home against Pisa, and 2-1 last time out away against Cesena. So there's been a bit of rotation in the squad as well. We're trying to figure out our best 11, and obviously we now have that versatility in the squad that if formation changes are required, we can now do that. And I think overall, we're looking a little bit better. Modena currently sat rock bottom of the league. They've not had a good start, and we did beat them in the cup in the opening game of our competitive matches this season. So going into this game, it's largely the same starting lineup that we've been going with. Higo is managing to establish himself as that deep line playmaker at the moment. He's not the best in there, but he is improving. He's got good ability with his passing. His technique is gradually improving. His mental attributes are also gradually improving, but his physicals are looking good. He's a determined character, and he's got a very good first touch, which I think is very key in that central midfield role. Rahman is continuing on the right with Schmidt on the left, Burdick in behind bar as well, with Franchese, Verratti, Ross, Kumbetti, and Sacco as that back five with Brazil in goal. So we've got a good balance at the moment. A few of the younger players have been playing quite regularly in the likes of Rahman and Higor, of course. But in relation to the bench, we've been making substitutions regularly as well. Christoph has played a couple of games. The new centre-back that we brought in from Bromby. Capecci has made a couple of decent appearances as well. But again, he's got versatility, can play central midfield, right midfield, and attacking midfield. Camden, I'm not too sure what we're going to do with him at the moment. He's not really breaking into the side at the moment. So we'll see what happens with him as the season goes on. Donati's picked up a slightly long-term injury, but he has only got a couple of weeks left waiting for that one to come through. Uberti and Benedetti are struggling for fitness as well. And Bettini's picked up a knock also. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good. The rotation has worked. Yes, when we've made substitutions, we're not quite as strong, but so far so good. We've had a positive start. I don't want us. It sounds completely daft because obviously we strive to do the best that we can, but I don't want us to be aiming for a promotion again this year. We've certainly got the ability in the squad, but I don't want us to purely because of how last season went, and I don't think we could survive again in terms of our management if it came to us struggling to stay in the league again. So it's going to be a bit of a strange one, I think, this season. We tipped to finishing in around 12th place, but so far, the way that we're playing, I mean, anything could happen. But saying that, we had a very good start, didn't we, in Serie A last year? So we need to just take it with a pinch of salt for now. But I'm extremely happy with the direction that we're going in. But like I say, if we got promoted again, it will be a bit soon, I think. We need probably a season or two at this level. As Burdick finds Mamadou Bar, he holds it up and he could have potentially turned and made the run in. But Schmidt fires it across. Bar's been brought down, but it falls for Thomas Burdick. And the defenders are appealing for offside. I'm not too sure why. I don't think there was any offside in that at all, if truth be told. But Thomas Burdick hadn't scored for quite some time, but he managed to knock in a couple of goals against Cesena in the first half, and it's fallen nicely for him here. He's on a support mentality rather than an attacking mentality as well. Um, so he's not going to be quite as regular a goal scorer, but he has opened the scoring for us once again here, and we take a 1-goal lead early on in this game. And again, possession-wise, we have struggled in a few matches, but we don't seem to concede too many chances, and we're looking a lot more aggressive in our play. And I think having the extra bodies in midfield, because obviously we didn't have any wingers at all last year, and I think having that width is making teams think a little bit more about how they're going to try and counter us a bit. But because we've got the 3 central players as well as the wide players, plus the amount of pace we've got up front, as Mamadou Ba gets in behind and finishes superbly, into that top corner. It's a lovely, lovely finish. Um, sorry, yeah, as I was saying, because we've got those extra bodies in there, I think it's really working for us. And Higo showing his passing ability there. Excellent pass over the top, and Bar finishing superbly into that top corner. 2-0 here, and we're heading towards half time, looking very comfortable. Hopefully, we can get in at 2-0. It'd be nice to get in with that clean sheet as Sacco does well to pick up possession. Higo did the hard work in making the challenge. Burdick plays it out wide to Franchese, knocks it forward. Schmidt was there, tried to chase it down, and they're knocking it about in the penalty area. It's a bit risky, really, and Valley Rahman did well to intercept. And Thomas Burdick, my word, what a strike from Thomas Burdick. It's 3-0 now. And again, Burdick, we nearly sold him at the start of the season. Luckily, no one came in for him, but he just seems to carry on finding a way to stay in this squad. But what a strike that is. 3-0 now, and he really is having a fantastic career here since we brought him in all that time ago. 3-0 as we head toward half-time, and Hugo with a delivery from the set piece. Ross doing well to clear initially. Bojanaj back to Musto, who was in space, and the shot took a deflection, and Ponzi managed to turn, and he's finished it very well, in fact, into that top corner. Modena do pull the goal back to 3-1. Bit disappointed to have conceded there, but Schmidt here with a corner, chance to go 3 goals ahead again. We're still bundling it about in the penalty area. It's come back out to Schmidt, who swings it in, and Bar is completely free at that far post, and it's 4-1. What a mental end to this first half. 3 goals in the space of 3 minutes, all in all. I mean, Modena tried to push out. I'm not knocking that. But Mamadou Ba was just completely unmarked at that far post. I mean, he's proven that he's a good striker. You do not leave any player with that amount of space at this level, let alone a centre forward. I mean, a 3-goal advantage at half time, and it's actually 4 goals, 3 in our favour and 1 against us. But in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 goals in 6 minutes, that is truly mental. I mean, I'm not knocking it. A lot of them have gone in our favour. Hopefully we can continue. Schmidt here with the delivery to the far post, and there is Coliseo, and there is 5-1 now. And my word, are we playing with some confidence here? We're certainly showing some very good ability at the moment. But again, are we showing our cards too soon? It's certainly working with this formational and setup. We've got the quality out wide. Thiago Schmidt with 3 assists today. Mamadou Ba has picked up a knock, and it looks like he's got quite a bad knock as well. He has got a slight injury. He's scored twice today, but we're going to have to take him off. We'll get Arthur Giroud on, give him a little bit of game time. I think it's very fair, to be quite honest. He's not really been a part of the squad. He had a very good season out on loan last season, which is why we brought him into the first team fold. And Mlakar will stay on the bench for now. Kumbedi doing well to win that header. Valley Rahman couldn't quite beat Vlasic to it. And Ponzi now back to Vasic. Inside to Diuse. Got tackle from Coliseo. And there is Arthur Giroud. And there's a strike from distance, and it's only just over the par. Gagno didn't really set himself, and I think he got caught out a bit by the strike, but that was very positive play indeed. And I can't fault this performance at all. Defensively, strangely, we haven't been particularly well versed. 6.5 for Franchese. We're just going to pause there as well because it looks like Thiago Schmidt has taken a knock as well. So we'll probably bring on Tobias Jensen for him. Thomas Burdick, 2 goals for him today. He's going to come off for Capecci. Capecci normally would bring her on the right hand side, but he's not looking too bad fitness wise, so we'll leave that be. Akanzi can come on in the midfield, and Franchese is not at the best again, so we'll bring Paulo Reina on for him. Only 20 minutes to go. The game is won, that is for sure. It's been a fantastic performance, and it's allowed us to give some of our rotational options the opportunity for a bit of game time here. So certainly can't complain on this one. Here is Ponzi coming forward. He scored their goal, of course, from that set piece earlier, and he tries to get into the penalty area, but we do shepherd him out well. And Vasic with a strike, and that is a thunderous hit from Aljosa Vasic. It's a very good goal, but defensively, again, a little bit questionable. And we'll just call on a little bit of focus from the team because, I mean, the players aren't happy that I've told them to focus. We are winning comfortably, but to concede in that manner when we had the players back is a little bit poor from our point of view. But a 5-2 win is a very good result, and we continue our great start to the season. Remember last season, we only got 27 points, I think it was, in all competitions. 5 games into this season, we're halfway there. So certainly a contrast. I know we're a league below, obviously, but a big contrast to last season. And I'm quite happy that we've started off the season well because I had every vision that we might have started off poorly because of morale. But we've had to change a few players, of course, players leaving and then bringing in replacements. So overall, I think we've done quite well. So Mamadou Ba is injured for 5 to 6 weeks. He could be a big miss, but we have got the options on the bench and the likes of Mlakar and Giroud. And Mlakar, of course, did prove himself last season. So hopefully he can do the same this season. We've got a week to go until the game against Como away. It's going to be a tough one, this one. They've come into some money and they have spent quite big in the transfer market. So we'll have to see how things go. Bear with me and we'll be back for that game away from home. Okay, guys, here we go. We are away against Como. They're sat down in 11th place. They've not actually had a decent, that good a start to the season. They were, as far as I was aware, one of the favourites for the league, if I remember right. Yeah, they're favourites to finish second. We're now up to 10th in the ranking. I mean, I'll be honest. Obviously, the odds change based on where you are, but even Modena rock bottom at the moment, not started very well. They're at 20 to 1, down in 14th at the minute. So, be interesting to see how things go. Um, but if we can get a result here, I think it would certainly stand us in good stead. And it was the same with that Reggiana game, obviously. Early in the season, we're taking stock of exactly where we're up to. Starting lineup is exactly the same, apart from Lakar comes in up front for Mamadou Ba. And hopefully, Lakar can do the job for us. He did well, like I say, second half of the season, he scored quite a few goals for us, really, in what was a bad season. Hopefully, in a good season, he can do just as well. Um, I mean, he certainly deserves his opportunity, that is for sure. It's just going to be a case of how often he'll get that opportunity. Because again, despite his injury, Mamadou Ba has found a little bit of form again. So hopefully, when he comes back, he won't miss out too much. As we just about managed to clear that set piece, but Como building the pressure early here. Miramon into Takona. It's a great save from Brazil. I mean, he was completely free. He took the initial set piece, and no one tracked him coming back into the penalty area. And Brazil did really well to keep that out. Bakumbu with the corner, and Ross heads it clear the first time. Sacco there to head it clear the second time. And we just need to be a bit careful. Como starting very brightly here, and not ideal from our point of view. And Odental just holding on to possession and knocking it back to Canitzares. Como have got a number of players in the Dream 11, by the way, for this season. So we do have a lot of work to do in this game. Here is Makumbu. Holds on to it, lays it back to Odental. They're not really finding a way forward at the moment, but that's a nice pass into Makumbu, and Burdick couldn't quite intercept. And Collado now, again, just knocking it back. They've been very patient with their play, and we're not really pressing them, if truth be told. Here is Collado. Almost again, just missing out with the interception, and it's come for Falcone here, and the shot is wide, and that is a big opportunity that for Como. And they've certainly started the better side so far, and we need to wake up a little bit. Schmidt on a yellow card early on as well. Here is Verratti into Sacco. Time to play the pass and finding Ross. He's got support ahead of him, and he finds Malakar. That's a first-time pass into Valley Rahman. Chance to get the strike away, and it's a good effort, but it's gone wide again. And situations like that, you wonder how players miss the target. I mean, yes, they're under pressure, but you'd think they'd hit the target, wouldn't you? It's a bit of a strange one, in my opinion. Um, Odental into Mora, now Poha inside to Miramon, and they're finding a lot of space in the centre today. It was something that we've not really seen as an issue before in our play. Sakauna off the woodwork, he's looking very dangerous, isn't he? He nearly scored earlier as well. And we're going to drop some encouragement to the team in a minute. Falcone's strike and Brazil with the save. And we're going to drop some encouragement just to try and G the lads up a little bit, really. So far, we're not particularly looking like the team that we have been so far. That's another really good save from Brazil, but again, well, I say again, we've had a good start to the season, haven't we? But the second ball, unfortunately, was won by the opposition, and they take a one-goal advantage. And let's be honest, it's been coming. They've been a lot better than us here, and we have to really step it up here going forward. Here is Franchesa into Verratti. Back to Franchesa again. Can we find a way to immediately get back into the game? That's a great pass into Schmidt, and nothing happened. What a strange highlight that was. Schmidt here with the corner, though, and Canizares coming out very confidently and making that claim. And he will distribute rather simply, I would have thought. Yep, there it goes, out to Poha. And now Mora into Collado. The thing is, we've not really been putting any challenges in either, and that's another concern today. We've not really been that competitive. We're going to demand more, I think, to be honest, because we're completely lacking in every department today. Falcone into Sirbu. And he gets the strike away. Brazil does save it quite comfortably, and we've demanded more. Hopefully we wake up a bit. Verdict with a good tackle. Franchesa into Higo. Now Schmidt, who I'm a little bit concerned with him being on that yellow card, but we'll just maintain it for now. Here is Verratti into Sacco, and now Higo. Opportunity to get the ball forward again, and Verdict into Malakar. It's a good finish, but he was offside. Even I could see that from here. I don't know why they're going to VAR. Malakar was definitely offside there, but at least we've seen a little bit of a positive style of play there. And we have shown that we can break them down, albeit not quite legally within the game, but I mean, that is dreadful. Como have completely dominated us here. Collado with a delivery, and there is a header from Saar, and it's off the woodwork and out of play. They are really, really unlucky not to be further ahead than they are. We are yet to have a shot on target. Brazil here with the delivery forward. Poha comfortably winning the header, but he's only found Coliseco, and now Schmidt coming down this left-hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area potentially. He squares it, and there is Malakar with the finish, completely against the run of the whole first half. But my word, are we going to take it? Malakar with the goal. It was well worked, to be fair. Sacco into Schmidt, and again, proving his creative ability. The man on loan from Chelsea laid it across lovely, and Malakar with the finish into the bottom corner. Nothing that Canizares could do there, but you have to say from Como's defensive point of view, not the best. And our first shot on target does lead to a goal. Como are dominating though. And we really, really need to pick it up in this second half. Hopefully, we will do. We certainly have the quality, but unfortunately, so do Como. So we've got to be very, very careful in this second half. And I think, to be honest, we will make some changes because we've not even been remotely creative. Saying that, neither of the opposition. So we are nullifying them a little bit, but it's just not happening for us at the moment. Capetti is going to come on. We're going to get Benedetti on for Burdick, who's had a quiet game. And we'll play him as a shadow striker as well, because that's what we did with him last time, and he did come up with a goal for us. Heusser is going to come on for Higo in the midfield as well. Schmidt is struggling and on that yellow card, so we'll bring Uberti on for him. And, I mean, Coliseco's such a danger from set pieces, isn't he? This is going to be the key change, I think. And I think we'll make a change at centre-back. We'll get Justin Christoph on for an opportunity today. And hopefully we can find a way to go ahead in this game despite Como's dominance overall. Here's Hulse cutting inside, trying to play it across, and Collado gets there. And now Makumbu with the strike, and it's another really solid piece of goalkeeping from Brazil. And unfortunately, I always tend to make all of my changes at once, and I need to really not do that because it always seems to go against us in terms of the match momentum. Hall lays it back into Poha, and again, we're not putting the challenges in. I mean, it's probably useful that we didn't there on the edge of the penalty area, but yeah, I mean, we've been completely dominated today. It is a bit of a concern. We're going to demand more from the team because again, it's simply not being good enough. We've had one shot on target today. Cobble thoroughly deserve to win this game, and if they do, I'm not going to hold it against them, to be honest. As Holst gets the strike away and it's just wide. Brazil was beaten there, that is for sure. 16 attempts at goal, 7 on target for Como, 1 shot on target still from ourselves. And that is a good interception from Capecci. And now Malaka into Benedetti. He didn't have a lot of support, but Capecci picks it up. And he's played it in brilliantly, and Malaka couldn't control the volley. And I mean, if we'd have somehow won the game from that, that would have been one of the biggest steals of our careers here. But we've managed to get a point, and to be honest, it is still a bit of a steal. We've done well to get the draw because we did not play well in that match. And I would say improvements are needed, but we know that Como are one of the favourites for the league, despite their poor start to the season. We're still sat in second place. It's an automatic promotion spot. But, you know, I would much rather be outside the playoff places, if truth be told. I don't want to go straight back up. We'll take it if we do, but I don't want it. Um, even though we would be a little bit more prepared mentally for the challenge of Serie A. But so far, 6 games, 4 wins, 2 draws. We remain unbeaten in the league. All very positive. And in terms of going ahead, we'll probably come back for Hellas Verona and Spal. 2 big away games there, actually. I mean, Hellas Verona, they started the season well. Yeah, they're sat in 6th, and Spal are currently top. So, 2 very big games, in fact, there. And we've got 4 good games to test ourselves in the meantime as well, including Bologna. So, be interested to see how we get on. But hopefully, this good start to the season will continue. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.